we're going to start this dance off with a nice, dreamy waltz.
Yeah. It's William. Zillions. Yeah. Two.
Whoa.
It's still two for the whole world. 10 toes down, chose my own words wisely.
You're two. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Two for the World show. I'm your host, William Zillions, and this is the platform where we create us is actual factuals. I'm so interested in how you're doing today. The last video I posted was a song breakdown. Released a new holiday song around like Christmas and stuff like that. Go check that out. I'll make sure I include a link to that video in here. Yeah, man. So you know that period of time, like right after Christmas, a little after New Year's, where you don't really know what day it is. You feel me? Like the days are just sort of molding together. Work is kind of slow. Everybody's just like, I don't know. I was caught in that like that post-holiday lull, and so I break my phone. I'm not really gonna get into how I break it, but I do have to get a new one. So I go to get a new phone at the Sprint store. The Sprint store is like, here's this new iPhone. And I'm like, yeah, cool. Inclusive of this purchase of this phone, I get a free year to Apple TV. So I'm like, all right, word. You know what I'm saying? Some value. You know what I mean? That's right, Sprint. You fucking do something right. And so I'm like, all right, let me check this shit out. You know what I'm saying? And full credit, completely caught off guard, completely a surprise. I had no idea I was gonna like it so much. I just wanted to tap in and talk about this show real fast. The show C, which is an Apple TV exclusive. Man, yo, Jason Momoa, dog. Like, yo, after Aquaman, man, the Aquaman movie was so fire to me. Sidebar, Jason, I just saw something about James Wan working on an Aquaman movie animated film for DC, which might mean that they're not gonna do another Jason Momoa Aquaman live action, at least maybe not prioritizing that right now. I think that's very sad because I really, really enjoyed Aquaman the movie. I say that to say, yo, C caught me off guard with its quality, its story, and its commitment to action, bro. Without not like cheap action either. This is like close, gritty, in your face murdering type action, and I'm about that too. So basically the premise of the show is that there's this virus that pops off like chronologically around this time, this current time that we're in, and this virus wipes out pretty much all of mankind, all but about 2 million people. Of these 2 million people that were left, they all emerged blind. So basically everybody all the humans on Earth lost the ability to see. And so centuries go by, and sight is only known as like folklore or like witchcraft, heresy. And like we've evolved, humans have evolved their lives around not having the ability of seeing. So like you see stuff like different ways of different innovative ways for people to get around their communities. Like, yo, they show so much in this show, and I don't really want to get into like a crazy breakdown because I think that you should go check it out yourself, real talk. But yo, your boy kills the role of Baba Voss. So Baba Voss is like this like warrior protector of this village called the Alchemy. These people called the Alchemy, and they live on this mountaintop where there's only one way in and one way out. So right before this kicks off, we get introduced to his wife, his girl. Her name is Magra. Magra's giving birth to a baby, but that baby is not Baba Voss's. You feel me? Baba Voss has been trying for mad long to have babies, and he can't. He hasn't. Nothing has popped off for him. So, you know what I'm saying? This woman appears in the village out of nowhere, like 3 months pregnant. He's like, yo, that's mine right there. I'm fucking with that. I'm about that right there, and I want that. No one else can have that. So everybody's like, yeah, you can have that, whatever. She's pregnant. So, boom. So they get married or whatever, right? And so she's pregnant, having babies. But once again, not his babies. These babies are fathered by a man named Terrell Morrell. So Terrell Morrell is introduced to us, the viewers, as wrong picture, this guy, black dude, as a heretic who preaches a particular type of heresy in which he says that he will lead the blind to like this new paradise because he has the ability to see. So he's like one of the few people on the planet who society believes to be able to see and or they look at it like witchcraft. So they're like, oh, he could either see or he's a witch. So they just calling him a witch. There's a queen out there. He's a fugitive. So he drops off this pregnant woman to this random ass village. This pregnant woman finds another man to take care of the baby. Yo, it's almost like the fucking nativity story, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to be rude or sacrilegious or anything like that, but the breakdown of this show is very similar in that way, where you have like your Joseph character and your Mary character, low key, giving birth to like somebody else's children. Not to sound rude. And like, but him still wanting to, the Joseph character still wanting to step up to protect and like be this like stand-in father figure for this child. Thank you. Now, the reason why I keep saying children, child is because the birth that she's giving is not just to one kid, it's to a pair of twins. It's crazy. Meanwhile, as it's happening, she's her midwife, the woman who's helping her to give birth to this child. Her name is Paris. She's a medicine woman, basically. She's like an older medicine woman. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture. That's her right there. And as everybody's blind, their other senses are kind of heightened. So, Margaret's like, yo, like, I can hear that there's something happening out there. What's going on? Paris is like, yo, you need to chill, babe, bro. You know what I'm saying? You need to have these babies right now, bro, because you don't need to be worried about nothing outside. You know what I'm saying? Margaret's like, but where's my husband? Paris is like, yo, your husband is leading the attack. So, as I said, Terrell Morrell is a fugitive, and the queen is after him. He's a witch, apparently, and because he's a witch, the queen has witch hunters to capture, kill, or maim anybody who's known to be a witch, and she sends her guy Tamak June. Tamak June is the witch hunter. He leads the pack. Anytime he hears about heresy or witchcraft anywhere, him and his blokes go to that destination, they ask questions, and then they catch bodies. You feel me? That's it. That's all the main purpose. So, as he pulls up to this Alchemy village, he captures a gentleman by the name of Gator Backs. This is dude right here. He's Alchemy. For reasons that I don't really want to get into, he don't really fuck with Magra. He thinks she's not supposed to be here. I found this note on her when she got to us, and like, it's Terrell Morrell's baby mom. Basically, he snitched. He snitched hard. The witch hunters are like, all right, bet we about to go up this mountain. Hopefully we can catch we can catch Terrell Morrell's children right now. So boom, this is like a whole nother level of excitement for my mans. That leads us to like the first open and fight battle. I'm not really trying to get too much into this right now because this is a lot of details. A lot of the details they're sort of circular. Like they come back around. Like you see why somebody did something because information gets to you a little later in the show. So in that way, I won't really break it down like that. But I do just want to talk about the first fight scene of this show, bro. And this is the wall. This is the Alchemy defense system against anybody who's trying, because the Alchemy had strategically picked this mountain because there's only one way in and one way out. So this is like, this is serious defense right here. The witch hunters get up the hill. They meet him and his crew up at the top. So right before they get popping, you feel me? They get in they like New Zealand. They New Zealand All Blacks, like, oh, I ain't trying to be disrespectful to nobody's culture, you feel me? But that's just what they was doing. And that shit got me fired up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, I'm about to see, you know what type time is about to be on, you feel me? Everybody's like creeping in slow, like blind people from the Alchemy, blind people from the witch hunters meeting up in the middle, bro. Son, they get it popping, son. Yo, Cal Drago, Baba Voss. Yo, he catch this body in like the first 5 seconds where he like picks homeboy up. He has this huge like, I don't know, like deer antler tied to his wrist. So he's like digging in the motherfuckers, like just dragging them. And then he has his knife. You see that big ass like butcher knife? I'm gonna keep using this. But like right there, this huge butcher cleaver. He straight up like tackles a dude and puts it through his face, and the blood splatters on his, and he's just like, like it's all like, son. The amount of savagery within the first like 15, 20 minutes of this show, bro, I was sold. So your man Terrell Morrell, he apparently, dropped his baby moms off at this village, but left behind a trail of breadcrumbs to get out of there safely, somewhere that no Alchemy ever knew about because they couldn't see. And his sight-bearing self builds like this bridge to help them to escape from the witch hunters, but only Paris knew about it because she was the only person that got a chance to talk to him and get all of these like tips on how to get the hell out of there. So boom, Paris is like, yo, follow me, everybody. This is only after like the big battle at the wall. The wall is a defense mechanism though, because all they got to do is like push a button. You just got to like cut a rope, and all of these boulders just fall and just crush everybody. Come to find out though, the witch hunters only sent like 10% of their dudes. So only like 10% of them got murked off by this fucking little defense mechanism. So they like 90% of them about to come up the mountain and go kill everybody. So they're like, yo, if we trade Magra and her kid or kids, they don't know that about the twins yet. If we trade Magra and the kids to the witch hunters, maybe they'll just leave us alone. You feel me? Paris steps in like, bro, y'all dumb as hell. Y'all know any village associated with witchcraft, everybody's considered a witch until proven otherwise. So y'all all dumb. Let's get out of here. I know a way to get out of here. So boom, they start following Jarella Morell's pack of like trail of breadcrumbs to safety, away from the witch hunter, and then the person who is responsible for the witch hunter going after them, the queen. Bro, once again, a lot of details. I would just suggest push play on it. However, this bitch is crazy, bro. The first scene of her being in this show, she's like they're trying to depict how like, how different her life is from the common folk that we've seen already in the show. So boom, they got her like servants dressing her. She don't really do much on her own, but then out of nowhere she's like, oh, everyone leave, I want to pray. So they're like, yo, shorty pulls up, like sits down in this chair in the middle of the room, like spreads her legs like full spread eagle, and then starts flicking her bean while she's praying, bro. She's bean flicking while she's praying, and like she's fully like it seems like she's tapped into both. Like she's not giving any more energy to either praying or master debating. And like she like fucking like jizzes, basically depicting that this chick is a religious radical, and she's psycho, and she will be an issue for everybody in the near future. And I just like the fact that like she just like super menacing. Come to find out though that the reason why he's a fugitive, Terrell Morrell, is because he was piping her down. The queen. He was piping down the queen. Spoiler alert, bro. Spoiler alert for sure. He's piping down the queen all crazy, piping her. And she comes to find out that he has the ability to see. She considers, once again, it's just like witchcraft, they folklore. She looks at him like a god. And she's like, yo, like, if he's able to see, his children will probably be able to see too. Those will be gods also. And I'll be the maternal bearer of gods. So she's after him as a fugitive because she just wants his seed. You feel me? Not knowing that he impregnated some other joint, and she's like in a mountaintop somewhere and about to give birth to twins. And as bro, this show is crazy, son. Clearly this show like veered away from the nativity story comparison. But like the base structure does very much play like that to me, where like he's like the god figure, you know what I'm saying? He's like the guy who can see and he's sort of gaudy. You can tell he thinks that he's like a god in his own head too. And then like the Mary Joseph sort of kind of comparison with Jason Momoa, Baba Voss and Magra and their relationship. It played a lot like that. You know what I'm saying? Them following this trail to safety to protect these twins. So that's them. They're on this journey. The twins, the time jumps in this show, thankfully, are fast. So the twins are born and they grow up within like, I don't know, like by like the second or third episode. This is the girl. Her name is Hanua, I think that's what it was. Hanua. And then the son's name is Kofun. And they grow up at first, like around the age of like 4 or 5 is when the mother like Magra discovers that they have the ability to see. Then they're like, yo, we gotta keep this shit on the hush, because you know what that means. We got people in this village that don't even fuck with us like that. We just escape by the fucking skin of our teeth. And yeah, that's cool, but people are still sort of on edge about it. So like, let's not talk about the fact that these kids are different. Come to find out, Paris, with more breadcrumbs from Terrell Morrell, she has them reading books and like getting knowledge and gaining knowledge that we utilize today. And a lot of these, a lot of books are just known as, no one knows about them. No one understands how we read or the purpose of books. They're not around. They do have the ability to read, but they read through what seems like they tied knot, like series of knots and ropes. So I think it's similar to Braille in that way. The kids grow up, and then that's when we really start getting into the adventure, right? To be fully and completely honest with you, I've personally seen since the first week of January, I've watched this show possibly 2.5, 3 times. The first time was by myself. The second time was with the homies. And then the third time was like putting somebody else on, so I'm watching it with them. See, is like, it's just one of those gems of a story or of a visual experience that I personally just didn't even expect. Kudos on you, fucking Apple TV, Apple Plus. But yeah, I just wanted to tap in. You feel me? I just wanted to give a little, explanation, maybe a little motivation to go push play on this bad boy. This show is really good, and I really look forward to season 2. I hear, what's my man name who plays Batista? Batista is supposed to be like in the second season, I think, playing his brother. Oh man, I'm not gonna get into that spoiler. The amount of spoilers I'm dodging right now. I know I've exposed a lot, but I'm doing really good right now. Just want you to know. So I would just urge you. You know what I'm saying? The show is on a is very much on a hundo, very much on a thou wow, very much keeping it a zilly. Check this out, man. This show is awesome. I just want to once again thank y'all for tapping in to the 2 for the World show. I'ma get back to the intro. Thank you so much for your support and tapping in. And if you fuck with it, share it. If you like it, share. And yeah, man, it's been real. Once again, I'm William Zillions. This is the 2 for the World show, where we create us is actual factuals. And I hope you have a great night, and I'll see you soon. Word.
Still 2 for the world. Still 2 for the world. Still 2 for.
Now we're going to start this dance off with a nice dreamy waltz.
Yep. Still 2 for the world. Still 2 for the world. Zillions. 2. Yeah. 2.
Whoa.
It's still 2 for the whole world. 10 toes down, chose my own words wisely. I poet like a bar. Tender, yet spit like Dracarys. Professional.